Master Malcolm Jones, 8th degree. You've been in the martial arts for quite some time. Great, oh my God, a lot of experience there. 1974.
Yes.
Now, I was 4 then. That's not to add insult to injury, but I didn't see you as someone who was older than me. I thought you were about the same age as me, to be fair.
Oh, bless me.
8th degree.
Yes, sir.
You started teaching in 83.
Yes.
You founded your own classes.
How did you find all this stuff?
I dig until I find it. And turned professional. Founded your own classes in 1986 and turned professional in 1996. Can you sort of go into what the difference is between you founded your own classes and turned professional? What do you mean by turned professional?
Right. I mean full-time professional. I mean, obviously, when you're taking a class, you're getting paid for it, so you are a professional.
Right.
But full-time professional. I was working, had a family, had a young daughter, had a wife, and I would go to work. I'd trot off to work every day and then teach. And I wanted to do more teaching and more teaching, and my wife didn't want me to do more teaching. And my daughter didn't want me to do more teaching because I wanted to spend, they wanted me to spend time with them. So I was teaching all the time because that's my passion. That's what I like to do. But I did that for 10 years.
Right.
And then it came a time where unfortunately my marriage ended. I thought, right, and it was due to the martial art training or the martial art teaching.
Yes.
It's a bit of a breaker.
Yeah, I think
there's a lot of people.
I was going to say, I think it's probably a common theme. Well, certainly it was for me anyway. Yeah, martial arts did take, I'll say it, priority.
Yes.
Because you've got this belief that it's going to work and it's going to support you all.
Yes.
And because you love it so much.
Yes. I was in a job. I was working at the airport in Bournemouth. I was a plane sprayer actually. And there came an opportunity to move to, well, not move, I didn't move, but the job opportunity came up in Salisbury, and I knew that place was going to be shut down. So I deliberately took that, knowing that I would be made redundant, and that would feed into this. So it was a bit sneaky, really. I was a bit sneaky, it was a bit naughty. And my ex-wife didn't like that very much.
So you went professional.
Yes, and that's what I deem as fully professional. And I remember driving to work on that morning or on that evening, or driving. I call it work. I was driving to class, thinking, actually, I'm not sure if this is a great idea because people are paying me, and I do my taxes and my insurance and my pension, and now that's gone. Right. So now I'm going to the class thinking, oh my goodness, how am I going to get paid? It's a tough one.
Big leap.
It's a tough one, yeah. Everyone dreams about it, but then when the reality hits you, which it did on the A31 going to Southampton at 6 o'clock at night, thinking, oh my God, the wife was right. How am I going to provide for my family?
What have I done?
Yeah. But I did.
So for any, there's going to be students listening to this and they maybe have their dreams set and open a school for themselves. What do you think they should do before they get to that stage of taking classes and going professional?
That's a really good question. A friend of mine, well, I said friend of mine, he's a student. He's a brilliant martial artist. He's a kickboxer. His name's Sam Norse. I kept saying to him all the time, Sam, you need to teach. You've got to teach. You've got everything that a good instructor has. You've got empathy, you've got skills, you can talk, you've got education, you know what you know to teach the right things and how to teach it, and people will warm to you. Oh, I can't, sir, I can't. It's too, and he kept putting barriers in front of it all the time. And I kept saying, you just got to make that one step. Oh no, I can't. And I even to the point I said, listen, I'll fund you. I'll give you X amount of money and pay it back. You pay it back. No, I can't. I said, sir, honestly, you're a brilliant instructor. You should go and do it. And of course now, 5 years later, he's done it and he's thriving and he's flying. So in answer to how I think people have got to follow their dreams. but they do need to have some sort of a financial backup. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. You can't just go out on a limb because you're letting other people down. You know, if you start a class and people get used to you, they're going to want to, you know, have you come once, twice, or 3 times a week, and then all of a sudden you go, actually, well, you know, do you know what?
It's not for me.
Yeah, it isn't for me because the mortgage has gone up and I can't afford to do it anymore. Sorry. You're letting people down. So I would say make sure you have some sort of financial stability, for want of a better word. I mean, you don't have to be a millionaire, of course, but you need to have something to fall back on, and then try and do your research. Get some village halls. A great place to go is like a little church hall or a village hall or something. You don't go to big schools because they're going to charge a lot of money. Any council-owned property is going to be very expensive. So go to something like a little. My most popular classes are in villages. Because you know, here I live in Bournemouth. It's a decent sized class, but the biggest one is a tiny little village. It's amazing.
They've maybe not putting it down, but they've maybe got limited things going on.
Yes,
so
exactly.
You're
Yes,
giving it to them.
You know, here, I mean, goodness, there are so many martial arts schools. You know, all full time, all with their own venues, and they're all lovely matted venues and fantastic. So there's a lot of competition. Whereas, as you say, if you go to a village, you know, there's nothing. And I get people that come from Bournemouth and go to the village class because it's a nicer vibe. It's nice, you know. Everyone in Bournemouth, it's a great class, but it's a different vibe. It's different. So yeah.